What you don't feel, but this is what he sees when he walks up to the ring.
He was a 1997 Russian Judo and Sambo champion, 1997 European Sambo champion, 2002 World Heavyweight Sambo champion, and the current Pride Heavyweight champion.
Fedor! Time is it then? Please tell these guys.
It's Tony time, bitches!
Welcome to Tony's MMA Corner, the only MMA channel that keeps it old school. I am your host, Tony Sepulveda! And today, we get to say farewell to the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko. Before we get into all that, we have a new merch drop. That's right. Tony's MMA Corner is now releasing I'm Just a Fan of Violence gym shorts. That's right. For all you men who train, you finally have a respectable pair of shorts that shows your lust for violence. And for those of you men that don't train, can you even call yourselves men? It wasn't too long ago that we were saying farewell to Mauricio Shogun Hua, and it seemed that he was almost forgotten. There was barely any fanfare about him. And he came and he went. But here at Tony's MMA Corner, we do not let that happen to our legends. And we will give Fedor and Shogun the proper send-offs that they deserve. Now I know it's kind of depressing for us, as guys like Shogun and Fedor are having their final matches, which means guys like us are getting really old. Thank the gods for TRT. When Fedor burst onto the scene in Pride, he locked in victories over the likes of Heath Herring, Minotauro Nogueira, and Fujita. Who could forget the time where Fedor was doing the stanky leg, but still managed to beat the heavy-handed Fujita? Good times. Towards the end of Pride and Fedor's Pride run, he had a barn burner of a fight with Kevin Randleman, in which he died and came back to life to lock in the submission. Not too long after that, he once again dispatched of Nogueira, who everyone knew at the time was an absolute legend. He then had that dream matchup with Mirko Cro Cop, in which he once again became victorious, adding to his long streak. When Pride folded, you'd think it was a foregone conclusion that Fedor would end up in the UFC, especially since their heavyweight division was notoriously shallow and weak. But he laid out in limbo, fighting the likes of Matt Lindland, Tim Sylvia, and another former champion, Andrei Arlovsky, in which he finished all three men rather easily. Unfortunately for us fans, he could never come to terms with the UFC, thanks to the poor management of his career. We never got to see him fight Brock Lesnar, Cain Velasquez, Daniel Cormier, John Jones. There would have been so many great matchups. He eventually found a home in Strikeforce, in which he debuted and decapitated Brett Rogers. However, Dana White cast a spell on him, and he went on a 3-fight skid. His legendary streak was finally broken by Fabricio Verdun. Fedor would never again capture the magic of his early career, but every now and then, he'd remind us that he is a savage Russian bear when he would just knock out the likes of a Frank Mir, a Chael Sonnen, or a Rampage in his Bellator career. Now, while many will call Fedor the heavyweight GOAT, I don't necessarily agree with that. However, his legacy will forever be cemented as the most violent heavyweight in history. And to me, that is way more important than being the GOAT. When you saw Fedor fight, you knew somebody was going to get hurt, whether it be Fedor or his opponent. Because nobody, and I mean nobody, chased the finish like Fedor did. And he didn't care how he finished you, whether it was a soccer kick, an overhand right, or a submission. Fedor was trying to kill you, and he did it with the calmness of a stoic. You never saw Fedor blink. Like, seriously, I don't think he can blink. This Saturday, Fedor has his farewell bout against Ryan Bader. Now, I still think Ryan Bader has a lot of fight left in the tank, and he does have a TKO victory over the Last Emperor. Whatever the outcome, we know Fedor will be looking to take his head off. And I will enjoy every second of it as we say farewell or до свидания to the Last Emperor. That's all for me, guys. And I'll see you guys next time on Tony's MMA Corner. До свидания.